Hey guys, Tom Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, here to once again complain about YouTube. So, as of today, earlier today, another video was taken down without really any recognition of why it was taken down. This particular video in question was presented by one YouTuber named Jessie Gender. Her second video, which is a sort of continuation on sort of breaking down why Matt Walsh's whole shtick is problematic in its entirety. Its second video was flagged immediately and reported as having nudity, and as someone who watched the entire 4-hour video, I can say with certainty that that is not the case. Despite that, her video was taken down, and she was also not even notified where exactly this claim could even be attributed to. So even if she were to, try to fix this whole mess, she wouldn't know exactly where to start. And to be quite frank, I'm not even remotely surprised whatsoever that this occurred. So YouTube did a transphobic thing without probably even caring that it did it. And it was probably done by people who opposed this idea about talking about the whole current transgender issue in this sort of way. So it was taken down, and it reminds me so promptly of a controversy that isn't even that old, that being the Act-Man versus Quantum TV controversy. And this was only a few months ago, probably, at this point. That being that the Act-Man went after Quantum TV in saying that he was being very against community guidelines in regards to LGBT stuff. And the person who was punished was the Act-Man. The person who called out was, he was calling out someone doing harm, someone who was doing something against YouTube's own guidelines, and yet the person who was calling out was the one who was punished. Same seems to be happens to Jessie Gender, as she puts forward this long video as a look at what this individual, Matt Walsh, has been doing, and showing why these pieces of information are either outdated or, quite frankly, misinformative or very dangerous, or even potentially dangerous. And yet, she is the one who is punished for it. Her video is the one, and her second video at that, is the one that is removed as a consequence. And it all really makes me wonder something of a bigger picture. Where has Susan been in all of this? The CEO of YouTube. When is, these controversies keep happening, and yet, despite all of them, not a single peep out of Susan about these controversies. She'd rather be inviting Twitch comers to join the YouTube army because they're the ones making money. I don't know. That seems a little bit one-sided, if you ask me. It seems irresponsible, almost, for me to go all the way to the top and say, maybe us YouTubers deserve a better CEO of YouTube at this point, because quite frankly, this stuff keeps happening and no one's doing anything about it. I'm at that point where I'm seriously considering, do we deserve a better CEO of YouTube? I mean, it's not likely we're ever gonna get one, but, can we at least start a dialogue about this? Maybe potentially bring Susan back into the picture of, talking to us about YouTube and the state of YouTube, because it seems to me that if, there are people that are causing problems within YouTube and then other people respond, it seems like the responders are always the one taking the consequence. And that's not fair, especially under fair use and especially in talking about telling the truth. So, I don't know. It's so unfortunate and it's so just... I don't know what's happening. And again, this is in slew of the double age restriction video that I didn't even make that long ago as well. So we have all of these things piling up. And despite that, nothing. We have nothing to go on. And where's the answers? What do we do? It seems to me that Twitch has the ability to have its people get Twitch trending on Twitter again, and YouTubers can't even do it to YouTube again. It seems to me, despite people making videos saying that Twitch is dying, seem to not realize that whenever Twitch is having troubling issues, that it has more of a capability of being able to trend, being able to have people communicate about what's being wrong with, the current wrong things that are happening on Twitch. Despite that, YouTube used to be able to do that. Us, the community, we used to be able to do this. Where's the fair use? That was a long time ago. For those not in the know, I made an earlier video that you can check on this playlist about those things. And yeah, YouTubers got that to trend on Twitter. We got it because apparently that is the only way to communicate to the big YouTube corporation at this point. It seems to be the only way to do anything around here. And it's getting sickening. It's getting tiring. It's getting more and more YouTubers to worry about what type of content they can be making. Whether it be criticizing what someone else has said on YouTube, which should be fair game, because we should be able to disagree with each other on this platform and have it remain freely up on YouTube. That seems to be, again, fair game if YouTube is to be believed to be what it is. And yet, time and time again, the people who are making responses seem to be taking the fall here, time and time again. And quite frankly, I'm starting to call it into a bigger question. Do we deserve a better CEO at YouTube? Do we start to talk about these things to her? Do we bring these up? Do we make YouTube trend again and actually make a legitimate front towards this discussion? Because we ought to. Because last time it was something that was affecting all of us. And yeah, it caused some things to change here on YouTube. And yeah, it helped us a little bit. All of us a little bit, but that was such a small step, and clearly now that there is a shift, now we need to address this problem. Because now we are talking about videos being flagged and we're not being told what the problem is. We are unable to figure out where these little claims are pinning at. And it seems to be repeating over and over and over and over again consistently, and nothing has been done about it because, again, YouTube, at least as a big corporation, seems to be completely ignoring us until we make a big muck over it on Twitter. So maybe we need a new hashtag. Maybe we do need a new movement. And quite frankly, I need to know what that is, because I have been consistently on the spearhead of, talking about when we need to change here on YouTube. I have been that consistent small voice, and I will continue to do that despite being a small voice here on YouTube, because I legitimately care about, this isn't a selfish thing, about the state of YouTube, because other YouTubers are affected, and I actually do legitimately care about that. So, hopefully this video reaches those. I will be tweeting at this video at Jessie Gender on Twitter, hopefully. Maybe she'll, fingers crossed, I'll even comment on her video saying that I made a response video to her thing in support of her. Maybe she'll see that comment, hopefully, fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get a thing moving in a very serious direction that it can help us achieve a better, more communicated-oriented solution to this larger problem that seems to engulf YouTube consistently and continually without any given solution.